back to the Average Joe's podcast with Holton and Eric. I'm Holton.
And I'm Eric.
We're the Average Joes. All right, let's get into it. What did you hit today, Eric? That's always the question of concern.
That's always the question, yep. Question of the day.
So leg day, you hit bench press, seated press.
Yeah, definitely.
Some flies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what's a leg day?
Yeah. On a real note, what do you actually hit for legs?
Man, I like a lot of
Gotta
different...
get the caffeine, you know?
Yeah.
Just gotta lock in.
Yeah, gotta lock in. I hit a lot of different, exercises. For me, I actually kind of train somewhat low volume. Like, I would say if I do like three or four exercises and I'm good for legs. Or usually 3, honestly. That's kind of like the number I always fall on after that. I feel like it's good. Go heavy with like maybe a leg press or hip press or something, belt squat, and then leg extensions, hamstring curls. Lately I've been doing sled pushes, which is, it is kind of like leg movement, but it's more of a cardio total body thing, especially for core bracing. I don't know, it's just really fun. I like doing that one a lot. So yeah, that was my routine today. What about you?
Back. So I actually hit pull today, so I hit back and biceps. Usually I just train back.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Just back, but
yes, my
back and bias.
Back and bias today. Started off with, I did a little bit more close grip today.
Yeah, I like
for my lat pull downs. I always start with lat pull downs. I think it's a good warm up exercise. Gets everything loose. Something I've really been doing lately on like my form is keeping my chest up.
That's super important.
And it really drives your lats down, which I think is super important, like you said. Then I did T-bar, my favorite exercise.
Yeah, you like that one a lot.
Yeah, T-bar, I just think it feels great. Into cable rows. I either switch it up, cable rows or the plate-loaded hammer strength rows.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Do you do dumbbell rows a lot? No?
No, I never do them.
Those are pretty good,
I've done them
actually.
like one time.
Dumbbell rows are good.
Yeah, they are. I just I like the other ones better. Then I do my like accessory stuff, like rear delt flies, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. What about pull-ups? You don't do pull-ups?
Oh yeah. I finish every back workout with burnout sets of pull-ups. And I think pull-ups are great. Train your whole back. You could switch it up. Sometimes I do close grip. Sometimes I do really wide. Really wide works more of your complete back as a whole, where close grip, you wouldn't think this, but it actually targets your lats.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, because close grip, you get a really deep stretch, so it's cool.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one. Close grip, like the mag grip. Mag grip is awesome.
Yes.
The close grip, mag grip. What else? The wide grip, mag grip. The wide mag grip is really good too. I like that one a lot. We can explain to the viewers a little bit the difference between close grip and wide grip for back, because I think that's something that people do kind of get confused with. So what's your take on that? As far as what? Like, what do I like more, or?
Like, what's the purpose?
Oh, well, here's what I think. I like wide grip, but it's really hard on your shoulders. Like, your shoulders are really exposed in this position, so it's harder to go heavier. If you're going heavier, you're at a greater risk of injury. So for me personally, it depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm like really fresh, I will do it. Or if I feel like doing it and I'm fresh, then I will do it. But I do prefer close grip more, just because you're more powerful in this position here. You got the weight's here. You're not way out here. You can pull your elbows in more. Some people prefer it that way. Or you can pull your elbows in more, like you were saying, puffing your chest out, pulling the elbows down, activating the lats more. So I think it comes down to personal preference. They're both great, exercises to target the lats and really get them pumped up. What do you think?
So I think it depends what you're trying to work on that day. So I know some people do like specific days where they'll even do like mainly do wide grip stuff because it'll target like different parts of your back, right? I switch it up. Like I'll do there's like your rows and your pull downs and stuff. If I do wide grip on pull downs, I'll do close grip on rows and vice versa.
Yeah, so you inverse it.
So I target my whole back pretty much. Because your back has, for people that don't know this, your back has so many different muscle groups in it. You have to really...
There's a lot of muscle groups in the back for sure. That's a good way to go about it. Wide, then narrow, and then vice versa. Cool.
I saw that from Jay Cutler. Because
Jay Cutler.
He said the same thing with chest, like do a push movement and then do a fly movement because it like opens your chest, closes your chest, opens your chest,
Yeah, I
closes
remember
your
you
chest.
talking about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's cool. Mm-hmm. All right, so next topic is...
Yeah, so we got some comments from viewers of the last episode with some questions. So I think this would be a great time to kind of review that and go over some of them. What was the first one you wanted to go over?
Favorite pre-workout brands?
Yes. So right now I've been using Global Formulas. That's the company's BioFreak. So
You love that one.
yeah,
for sure.
it's a really strong pre-workout. Doesn't taste the best. Really strong. Gets a great pump. And you definitely have to like kind of ease yourself into it.
Yeah.
I bought a tub a couple months ago, probably 6-7 months ago, and I actually threw up the first time I used it. And that wasn't because it was a bad pre-workout. It's just really strong, and I had to get like a plethora of other pre-workouts, like strong pre-workouts under my belt, before I could like challenge that one.
Get your tolerance up.
Yeah, get my tolerance up, exactly. And once I was able to take that one, it's the best pre-workout I've ever had.
Best ever. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's the GOAT.
It's the GOAT. Chase the Pump is also really good.
That's a very good one.
Yeah, I know that's the one you like a lot.
That's like the only pre-workout that I've ever had where I could do a set and talk to someone for like 5 minutes and I will have the same pump 5 minutes later as I did when I just put the weights down.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty wild. So I can be a little bit more social, I guess, with that pre-workout because I can get away with talking to someone. I can still have my pump.
Yeah, so Chase the Pump, it has the DMHA.
I think so,
the focus component, which is super crucial for a good pre-workout. Not a lot of people emphasize it, but it's really important.
Yeah, definitely DMHA goes a long ways with pre-workouts. I mean, the best ones are always to have everything, but it's very hard to have all those things, and especially to have it taste good. Because think if Super Freak tasted good, in your opinion, you'd like it even more.
Yeah.
But, some people don't really care about the taste. They want more of the function and vice versa.
That's how I am.
Yeah. So what else do you have? Like Chase Pump, besides Chase Pump and
BioFreak.
BioFreak.
Dark. What's that brand?
Dark Matter.
Dark Matter makes a great product.
Oh, yours. Edge of Insanity.
Edge of Insanity.
Yeah,
That's a classic.
Forgetting the name.
Yeah. Edge of Insanity is a classic. It's such a high stem.
Yeah.
That one gets you
Very high
wired.
stem.
It can get you it even gets me so wired sometimes where if I don't necessarily need that much get up and go, it makes me anxious.
Yeah, you just always have to be doing something, it sounds like, on that pre-workout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't really I tried that one time.
But it makes you want to put a weight in your hand, I will say that. Yeah.
I tried the sample packet from the Olympia, and I was a little shaky after taking it. I didn't like it too much. I got cold sweats a little bit, goosebumps. It's very, very high stim. I probably should have done a half scoop, but I don't know. I wasn't a super big fan of it. Not to narc on them, I'm just saying it just didn't work for me. For me, I don't respond well to Yohimbe. So.
Oh yeah, Alpha Yohimbine.
Yeah, Yohim. Yeah, that is one that definitely is. That's like my kryptonite when it comes to pre-workouts.
That's the stim component, right?
Yeah, it just for some people really respond well to it, and some people don't. It's like there's no in between, or maybe there is some in between, but it seems like most people really like it, or they don't like it at all. Because I've had some people say "Oh, I hate the Yohimbe in it." And the Super Freak has Yohimbe. Obviously, Edge of Insanity does. What's the other one that I tried? I think it's the one I'm taking right now, the Void, but I only do half a scoop. So I guess in some ways, if I just go half a scoop or 3/4, it won't be as bad. But it also depends on how much Yohimbe is in that pre-workout. But some of them hit pretty strong.
I know another one that we talked about is Seabum's brand.
Yeah, that one's really good.
The raw. Yeah,
Thavage.
Thavage.
Yeah.
That's the
name of it. Yep.
Yeah, that's the name of it. So Seabum's it's so slept on because everybody is oh, it's just a name brand pre-workout.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
It's ass. I thought it gave me such a good focus.
When we tried the samples, I
was just absolutely locked in when I was.
I remember when I tried the samples, and I was pretty surprised because I always had heard like negative, or not negative, but just it's like it's not as good as this. It's not as good as this.
They're saying it wasn't as strong.
Yeah, but that's kind of the thing with pre-workouts is like what I like. You would like the CBUM, but let's say you didn't like the CBUM. Like it works good for me, but not for you. And Edge and Sandy works good for you, but not for me.
Yeah.
So it's case by case with pre-workouts, and everyone has their personal preference. But no, the CBUM was really good. I really like that dragon fruit flavor. The strawberry, not strawberry. It was raspberry lemonade. I think was okay, but the dragon fruit was the best.
Yeah. Do you think so? Pre-workout as a whole, do you think people should be taking it?
I mean, it depends on what they want to do. If you want to have better workouts, then yeah, it makes a difference for sure.
I think that it's definitely something that people look at it like maybe it's giving you too much caffeine, which isn't good for you. It's not good for your heart. What's another concern about pre-workout?
I think people say that
you get reliant on it.
Exactly.
People also say that one.
You get reliant on it.
In my opinion, I think pre-workout's a no-brainer for everybody, unless you're just doing cardio. If you're just doing cardio, I mean, there's obviously other stuff you can take, like hydration products and that type of stuff, endurance products. But I think from a weightlifting standpoint, pre-workout's a no-brainer because it gives you I think not taking it, like taking it versus not taking it, it gives you such an upper hand in my opinion.
Night and day difference.
Night and day difference, exactly.
In my opinion, it's night and day. Like those who've like never tried it, and I've tried to like ease them into it. It's like let's give them something very not high stim, and then they try it and they really like it. Like it is a difference because it does make a difference. Like
because it doesn't just make you have more energy. It literally gives your muscles fuel.
Yeah.
So it seriously will give your muscles more drive, which in my opinion is a no-brainer. Start off slow with it.
Definitely. You got to assess the tolerance.
Like I said, I took one that was like a pretty advanced pre-workout when I just started lifting, and I threw up because it was just too much. But you can ask any nutrition shop you go to or watch YouTube videos on pre-workouts. There's good starter ones. So,
like particularly for women, like Alani Nu is a good one because like I feel like women for the most part don't take it as much.
Well, yeah, it's not. Men naturally do have a higher caffeine tolerance. Yeah. So
I just feel like in my experience, I've asked women, it's like, hey, do you take pre-workout? No. Or maybe they do. But it's just like Alani Nu is a popular one. I guess I'm getting very general with brands because there's so many different brands like to take.
Every brand makes one that is suitable for women too.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And assessing the tolerance, doing like half a scoop is good. Just to assess the tolerance and not just go full bore with it with first scoop.
Yeah,
I mean, because most likely you're gonna have a negative perception of it after. You'll have a bad experience, then that might stray them away from having more pre-workout. But it really does help. Like, think about it this way: if you go to the gym after work and you're flat and you have like no energy, and then you go and take pre-workout and then you're full of energy, it changes the whole workout. Whereas if you try to work out when you're flat, like it's not going to be a good workout.
Yeah, 100%.
It really does help, and it's definitely, like you said, a no-brainer in my opinion too as well. It just helps out way too much, like in multiple facets of lifting. So
something that I do is like you could even add pump products on top of your pre-workout.
There's that
so
too.
Like a main pump component in pre-workouts is citrulline. So I add more citrulline to my pre-workout. I add creatine. You don't have to take creatine with your pre-workout. It's just convenient. So that's when I take it.
Yeah, 2-in-1.
Yeah. And then I add glycerol. So the company that I take is FSU Serum. It's glycerol with some other stuff in there, but it's pretty much just like a pump juice. Like it's like a pump shot of medicine, pretty much. So I'll take that before I work out, and then the pre-workout I take, whether it's a non-stim, which means it doesn't have caffeine in it, won't keep you up late at night, or a stim pre-workout. Yeah. I know Eric's on the beetroot.
No, I stopped taking that a while ago.
Yeah.
It was good energy though. Like beet extract was pretty good, flavored though, not like raw beets. It was like fruit punch or something.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing too with pre-workouts that we haven't touched upon yet is mixing it up. Because after a while, you will get, like with you and the Super Freak, there's going to become a time and place where you're going to get used to it and it's not going to hit as good.
Yeah.
And you need to, go take something else and maybe you'll like something more.
I think a good way to look at it is every tub, you switch up brands.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
And you can even go back, like, I'll go like Super Freak, chase the pump, Super Freak, chase the pump.
Yeah.
But that's just...
Alternating's good. Or you could have 3 or 4, whatever. You know, the sky's the limit really with pre-workout. There is no shortage of pre-workouts.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many online brands that we haven't even mentioned or thought of. Yeah, it's literally, the possibilities are endless, but definitely switching it up for sure helps a lot with just changing the experience and keeping it fresh. Because that's the thing I think a lot of people talk about too, is after a while they get in this monotonous cycle.
Yeah.
Not just lifting, but like they're taking the same pre-workout, they're taking the same protein, they're doing the same movements and all that stuff. So just changing things little by little makes a big difference in the grand spectrum of things.
So another question I know the viewers had was your coaching career. So walk us through your baseball journey, I guess, that led you into your coaching career, and then how your coaching career has even led into your personal training.
Okay. Yeah, so starting first with my baseball career, I started playing baseball when I was 5. I am 26 now. I stopped playing at the end of 2023. So played baseball a good portion of my life. Little league all the way up to independent pro. I'll just start basically with the last couple of years of my career because we'll be sitting here talking for quite a while.
See, I was actually more focused on like your T-ball days.
Yeah,
like
T-balls.
How much that impacted your career.
How many dingers hit in T-ball?
Yeah.
I had like 1 or 2 inside the Parkers, I remember.
Yeah, you remember that?
I remember running on the bases, yeah.
All right, well, continue with what you're saying.
So, let's start with college, I guess. We'll talk about that. Let's see. So, I played my freshman years in 2018. I had about 12 starts or something like that, and I redshirted the next year. And then my junior year, when I was coming back, I got hurt. I hurt my lower back. I had 2 bulging discs in my left side of my back. And long story short, I was rehabbing it in early January. It was like literally the first day back of spring practice and when my back acted up. Like it was like this sharp pain in my back where I literally couldn't swing and like couldn't throw, couldn't do nothing. And it was like, it kept persisting. And that's when I realized I had to go to the trainer and like rehab it. And basically I found out I had 2 bulging discs. And so when I was rehabbing it, right when I was about ready to come back is when COVID hit and everything got shut down. So I didn't even get to play in 2020. And then the fall of 2020 rolls around. I opted out of going down there because there was just, everything was shut down. It was just not, things were still very restricted because of COVID. So then the spring of 21.
Would that have, sorry to interrupt you, I'm just curious, would that have, if you did play that fall season, would that have taken away a year of eligibility?
I think so. Honestly, it's kind of a blurred memory with that, but I think
because that makes like,
I think that's why it was like,
that makes like total sense because you wouldn't want to use up a year of eligibility.
I think that's what it was, honestly, because I'm like, I don't really feel like wasting it when it's COVID and there's just so many restrictions and the social distancing and all that stuff. So spring of 2021 rolls around and I opt out of that as well. So basically around that point is when I realized that I wanted to go to the route of being a grad student with 2 years left of eligibility, but it was pretty hard to get on a roster with that. With most colleges were looking for younger guys, freshmen, to bring new blood into their program essentially. So that didn't work out, and that's kind of when I decided of doing the independent pro route, and basically I kind of made that decision of the summer or later part of 2021. And then from there I went to spring training in Houston, Texas for the Pecos League in March of 2022. And in January of 2022 is when I got the offer to do the assistant JV coach job. And I'll be honest, I didn't really want to do it at first. I was kind of hesitant, I think, because of my training for spring training. I was like, wanted to just focus on that and working out essentially.
Yeah.
And so I sat on it for a couple of days because I was like, maybe I'll do it, but I need to sit on it for a couple of days and just kind of let it come to me. And so I started thinking like, man, I could really help out the program, and I played there, so it was my alma mater. So I'm like, I know, the coaches, they coached me, so now I'm going to coach with them. So I think it'd be pretty cool, and just help out the program, giving back, giving my advice to the kids, just trying to help out the program and improve and all that. So I ended up doing it. That was a very fun year. My first year, all the years were great that I've coached. So that was in January of 2022 is when I was like, yeah, I'll coach. And basically I've been coaching since then, whether it's high school ball or baseball lessons, private lessons off to the side. And I've coached all ranges of ages. I mean, as little as like 6-year-olds, I think. There was one kid I had was like 5 or 6 doing a one-on-one lesson to high schoolers. So
Rumor has it he's starting for the Diamondbacks next weekend. So,
oh yeah,
yeah, he really left a big impact in his life. So
feels great.
Yeah,
yeah. Success stories are always awesome as coaches, or just when like I get texts from parents, they're like, oh, like, or they send me videos. Like I remember when I got a video of the kid's first home run, it was like really, really satisfying.
That is really cool, actually.
It's like, he's been getting so close, like hits the top of the fence in practice or in the game, and just not quite there yet. And then, you do like a lesson like 3 days before or whatever.
We should make like a video like of all like your kids, like, oh, before I met Eric, I was like the worst player on my team, and now I just got drafted to the MLB.
That would be kind of cool. But those things like that feel really good as a coach and really rewarding.
Before
it's
I met
very
Eric,
satisfying.
I had no friends. Now I'm the coolest guy in school.
Yeah, so that stuff is really, really rewarding as a coach, and that's kind of the thing that, like, I get so much satisfaction out of that. Like, it makes me feel good to help out others, and that's where kind of segueing into personal training, where it really feels good too to help out others. Because I've had a couple clients who were like in and out of the gym the whole life, and then not to sound like I'm bragging about myself, but like when they started working with me, no, like literally told me like that they're so thankful that they can come to the gym now, and it's like a good experience, because I helped them kind of get there, I kind of changed their perception on the gym because they were so intimidated by it, or they just didn't have the right person working with them to connect with them and kind of show them a different side of the gym. Yeah. And I think that's really big for a lot of people, because I think a lot of people have like a negative, like most people have a negative connotation about the gym, like trying to get in the gym. That is, they're like really intimidated.
I think that's a big like piece of gym culture that kind of needs to change a little bit.
I think so too. And I think that's one of the main reasons why we created this podcast.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Just like being more positive towards the newcomers in the gym, I think super important. Like the whole like New Year's resolution or its connotation, like some of the jokes are kind of funny, but it's also like, they're trying to better themselves and stuff.
It's a good healthy habit.
You gotta respect that.
Yeah, a good healthy habit to get into.
Yeah.
And for so many people, it's just like, it's so intimidating. You go to gyms and there's just people who know what they're doing. Some gyms are very open, so there's no way to hide. You feel like everyone is looking at you.
It's like our competitors, Globo Gym.
Yeah,
because we're the average Joes.
Globo Gym.
Gym. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's, like you said, a lot of negative connotation about it, but I think just like I said, going back to my client story, like just was trying to make it fun for her, like the sessions were. So when she thinks of training with me, she thinks the first thing she thinks of is it's fun. It's not like, oh, I have to go train with him, or I have to go do push-ups and burpees or whatever. It's fun. She's like excited and looking forward to coming to the gym. That's the big thing, is looking forward to coming to the gym. Yeah, especially after working, because some people are just like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym now. I don't have. I don't have time. I don't have the energy, or both, or whatever it is. So when they look forward to going to the gym, that's when you've really changed their perspective. So from not wanting to be in the gym or being inconsistent to wanting to come there every day pretty much and work out. And it helps so much with mind, body, and spirit being in the gym. And I think a really big important thing too is the social aspect of just making friends and stuff. And then you have accountability, because then the friends are like, hey, are you coming to class today?
Yeah.
Or why weren't you at class yesterday? And
get in the gym, pussy. That's what Mark would say.
Yeah, for sure.
Our first guest, actually.
Yeah.
He makes like a grand entrance right now, like Undertaker music. The glass shatters.
Oh, Mark. But anyways, that's pretty much what I have to say about that for a coaching career and personal training. Well, I guess I could talk a little bit more about the personal trainer life, because that was another question, I think.
What is the life in the day of the average Joes?
Yeah.
You go first, because yours is way more interesting than mine.
Well, during the weekdays, Monday through Friday, I'm there pretty early in the gym training clients and up and at it early, which is another thing that I really like doing, is because it's like 7 a.m., 6:30 a.m., and you're already up and at it accomplishing stuff. Especially when like one of your clients hits a PR, it's like you're starting the day off really good. You know, you got that forward momentum, and you accomplish a lot before, like
Definitely
noon in that, an afternoon, high noon. So, but anyways, I'm there usually almost all day with the gym, and it's not something where it's like, oh, I don't want to be here anymore. I mean, maybe at the end of the day where I'm tired, it's like I need to go home and just kind of hit the reset button and recover and get ready for the next day. But it's not really a grind for me, because I remember there was times where I was like there from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and members would be like, hey, what's up, and then, small talk with them. They ask me how long I've been there. I tell them that, and they're like, how do you be here? How are you here this long? How can you be at the gym for 12 hours, 10 hours, whatever? It's like, it's not really a job per se. It's more of my passion, because I'm already like working out, and I like helping people. So it's like those two and two go together pretty well with a personal trainer. So I don't really feel like it's a burden at all for me. So as the saying goes, you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. So that's how I really feel with that. And
preach, brother, preach.
Well, it's just a positive experience with the gym. It's everyone's bettering themselves. Cool. It's like a huge rehab therapy room for everyone. It's like everyone's getting better. They're getting all their bad emotions out, and exchanging that with the good emotions, with the endorphins. And just the feel good emotions and the socialization and seeing your friends or talking about your day to your trainer, like what happens with me quite a bit, because I'm kind of like a mini therapist for some of my clients, which is fine. That's part of being a trainer. It's not just do your sets and then there's no connection. No, you got to make the intimate connection with them, which I have learned, especially from this job, is because like I'm introverted and not super social, but this is kind of taking me out of my shell, and I've learned a thing or two when it comes to just conversating with people and time to let people talk about their day or their problems, and then time to go work out. Like there's balance, just like with everything. So and then the weekends doing baseball lessons, like what I did today. I had like 5 lessons earlier before we filmed this, and working out on my own, of course, mixed in there, and the music and all that stuff. But let's hear about yours.
The day in the life of this average Joe. Wake up, get to school at 8:30 sometimes. Sometimes I don't get there at 8:30. Kind of working on it. Then go to baseball practice after school. Get home at like 6:30. Do homework until like 8:30. Then go to the gym. Repeat.
Through the week. And then what's the weekend looking like for you?
Weekends, I mean, there's a plethora of stuff. So... I try to sleep in a little bit, not crazy. I usually wake up at like 9:30 on the weekends. I actually, this is going to sound kind of weird, but I seriously kind of plan my day around the gym, because on the weekends it's like, those
Life
are my
of a gym bro.
those are like, I look forward to, because those are my hard lifts.
Yeah.
Because during the week, I get there at a certain time. I'm kind of rushed. I might be thinking about something else.
Yeah.
On the weekends, I just get the best lifts, because it's like that is my only focus at that time.
Yeah, for me, it's like if I have like hour and 30, let's say, in between clients.
Like today I worked out for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So.
You don't have any other distractions or other responsibilities to take you outside of the gym where you have as much time as you want on the weekend.
Yeah.
I can relate to that. Because for me, like I have like a little bit of downtime between clients and I'm trying to work out. It's like, it's tough because like my mind is racing and I feel like, and then trying to get it to focus on my stuff. I feel like now I'm finding more, it's harder to get more time just for myself, which is okay. I like dedicating it to other people and helping them out. So I don't have a problem with it, but there's definitely time needed for myself to just, have my time, have my space, reflect on things. Like Sundays is something that I've started to make like my reflection day of just where my head's at on things. And am I putting too much attention on this thing or not enough on that? Or, do I need to get my priorities straight on something, or do I need to do this more or whatever? So, yeah.
Rolling into the next segment, someone asked, if I weigh 185 pounds, what is a good bench? My reaction to that is 185.
At least your body weight.
Yeah, I think benching body weight is a pretty good standard. If you can bench a little less than that, that's still fine. And if you bench more than that, great.
I agree too. Body weight, a little bit more than that, then you're sitting good.
As a girl, if any girls are watching this, a little less is fine. Like, cut it. Anyways,
Cut it.
yeah, can't talk about women's weight on the Average Joe's podcast.
Nah. Should we just restart it?
I think it's fine.
All right,
I think it's fine.
We'll leave it.
We'll leave it. Flame in the comments all you want. It's okay. Girls can bench less than body weight. I think that's fine, especially for like just starting.
Yeah. So what was the next question? It's something about upload schedule.
Yeah,
I think,
upload
right?
schedule. I think we're gonna try and post twice a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So
we talked about
like
that.
Monday and Friday, Wednesday, Friday, I think's good with some shorts and reels in there. We posted some shorts today. Actually, we're filming this on Sunday, so we posted some shorts and reels today. I enjoy making those. Those are cool. I think it's like short form content is like a really cool. It's like it's quick, it's engaging, and I think it's a good way to get people onto your channel.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It, like you said, it's quick and engaging.
And it's a way to like be a lot more consistent with uploading. Which is like we've talked to people in the past and they said that that's really important, is just being consistent.
Yeah.
Because it's like
Consistency
you
is key.
guys will, as viewers, it's like every time you go on social media or at least once a day, like you'll be like, okay, you get in the habit of seeing content from the Average Joes, you know? So it's kind of, you build a relationship with those people, you know?
Become a regular on their feed, essentially.
Yeah.
You know. So shorts, obviously posting the full episodes twice a week, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Full episodes twice a
week.
We're going to start just talking about like future uploads in our channel. We're going to start getting guests.
Yep.
So we have
Pretty soon here.
a couple guests lined up for future episodes already. So stay tuned for those, definitely.
Those will be exciting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
You know, I think that's good for this episode, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been talking quite a bit about all the other topics, and I think we've gone in detail about it. So,
Yeah.
what do you think? Anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Thank you. See you guys.
See ya.